Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the 2023 AFC NFC Pro Bowl. As we'll see Aaron Rodgers and the NFC taking on Marcus Mariota and the AFC.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game between our visitors. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
And no doubt about it, it was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack. And he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Definitely the right choice in my book.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here now the AFC for their first drive. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former 2nd overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
I know he's not showing it on the outside, but inside, he's got to be celebrating because think about all the quarterbacking we saw in the AFC this year. 5 or 6 guys could have earned this honor. He got the nod, a real feather in his cap.
First down, Mariota rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete, and touchdown. Cortland Sutton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the AFC strikes quickly there for 6. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 AFC. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Williams. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Flushed out right. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Play fake. Mariota sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Jamar Chase, 43 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw is Rodgers. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. On play action, Rodgers. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. T.J. Watt buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a pro-lay spear.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And they will start out in really great shape, up close to midfield.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Boswell for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
And so far, in terms of putting points on the scoreboard, it's been defense 2, offense nothing. But they'll have a chance to put together a first scoring drive this go-around. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rodgers now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Rodgers again now. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Rodgers. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Suckup's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 7 yards there and a first down. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. In our game, it was Marcus Mariota with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we get you back out to Vegas and rejoin Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. Coming out of the end zone, here's Dontrell Hilliard. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Mariota now from the 50. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for the touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Kamara up the middle, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, a 14-yard touchdown. And the NFC able to get a bit closer. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The AFC coming to the line. They'll go for 2 here. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got room at the 30. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. DeForest Buckner drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. for it. It's Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Oh, he's got a little down. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 20, 10. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the AFC just continues to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Evans here. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Rodgers now to throw.
Finding McCaffrey on the slant.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Rodgers going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jayon Brown.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Mariota here to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down. Now Rodgers. That'll be caught by Kupp. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the NFC punt team out there now, he's been terrific so far. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.